The next day. Oh, Valimar, your new is quite impressive. Yeah, it came out really well. Although the base weapon is still the same as the Soldat's. Like a Soldat's plate, however, I can feel mana radiating from it now. I expect to be able to hold a significantly keener edge than before. I managed to process that stuff. A hunk of crystal like that must have been a real pain to work with, huh, George? Well, if anyone could, it's you. I wouldn't have been able to do much with it if not for you guys' help. That we got it this far is a real testament to our combined efforts. I'm not sure our contributions can even compare to what you've done. And I'm grateful for it. I'm sure the battles ahead are going to get a lot more smoothly thanks to this. We're lucky to have you on our side, George. No, all you've got to do is take into a real fight and see how it feels. But should get Valimar to give it a couple of good swings. Warum die alle?
トア会長、どうしたんですか？そんなに慌てて。大変だよ。さっき総流橋方面から緊急の連絡が入ってきて、ケルディックが。
あの町がどうかしたんですか？
焼き討ちされたの。それも黒い占領砲軍に。
Assi?
なんだと？
Juices' Vater übertreibt's mal wieder richtig hart. They set a course for Kanal. They can hurry there as fast as their legs could carry them. Once they arrived, a number of them disembarked to assess the situation, instructed Sarah and Juices included. Ja, ich bin jetzt gerade geforst, Juices mitzunehmen. Sure. Das heißt, Juices wird gleich mal den Stuff von Elliot kriegen. Zumindest die Master Chords. Man muss schon vielleicht überlegen, ihm Physical Emblem zu geben. Aber das auch mal ein bisschen leveln. Können euch schlüssig werden. Und die haben es echt übertrieben. This is awful. How could they? How did they do this to such a lively town? The grandma seems to have taken the brunt of it too. Can't believe this. Let's have a look around town. You should pay visit to both the market manager and the 4th Armor Division too. Ja, nee, komm, ich glaube, ich gebe erstmal einen Film raus. Einfach damit man die Triple Advantage Karte Chance mal kriegen, weil ich glaube, dass später fürs Leveln oder so relativ nice sein könnte. Louis too. Excuse me, but how she's been holding up? Has she been given medical treatment? Forest Service already attended to her, but apparently the blow to her head was so strong he can't be sure if she will make it. Please, open your eyes, I'm begging you. You seem like good friends from what I've seen. Yeah, we got to know each other from my visits to the Bürgerkrieg whenever I was in town for work. But I'm not going to be able to do anything for us staying here. Let's go. I need to see how things are elsewhere. Alright.
Luise さん、心配ですね。
とりあえず薬は足りてるみたいだけど。
Hab ich schon mal gesagt, dass ich die Branche Abi nicht mag. Wollen die von Kreuzen. Ist, don't tell me. Ach, selbst Otto hat's abbekommen. No. Bye, Otto. Please, come back to me. Oh, hey. You're all from Force, correct? You fell victim to one of the Soldat's attacks while evacuating the townsfolk. I'm afraid I did everything in my power to save him, and yet... let's see. I never even got a chance to repay him for helping us while we were here. What has happened? The market manager has always done everything he could to protect the town, but how did he give his life for us? What of this Tom word in Otto? Just goes to prove this. Why do things end up like this? What are you supposed to do? Oh, huge machines. Das heißt, sie haben mal Käsemse drauf angesetzt.
これは
めちゃくちゃじゃない。ここがあの賑わっていた大市。
Der Markt hat's extrem skilled. Alright, I see. I've seen a lot during my time as a reporter, but this is the first time I've been left speechless. An atrocity like this can't be forgiven. Nobility or not, there's no excuse for such carnage. We have failures as people, so we let something just pass. I do whatever I can to make sure this doesn't get covered up. Ja, das ist hart. Also der Markt ist also komplett verwüstet. Und das ist halt auch das Herzstück von Kerlek. Sieht Rebel Cock-In wenigstens gut aus? Das scheint halbwegs unruhig zu sein. Oh no, someone managed to keep this place from burning down, but Reese was hit on the hand by some falling debris during the attack and if I'd known that things would end up like this, I would have forced her to take the day off. Ja, okay, woher sollst du ahnen, dass die Provincial Army Chaos auf die ganze Area ansetzt? Oh, I see you've all arrived. Then General Gregg, Major Neidhart. See, the armed peers here as well. Thank you for coming, everyone. I presume you were all contacted? That's right, we came as soon as we heard. Is this the work of who I think it is? It is, as we suspect. It was done by none other than the Kreuzenbürger Army Soldaten. Oh, okay, oder die Soldaten. It's absurd, for what reason? It's kind of real. Fortunately, it's very real. Apparently, they broke through a gap in our line of defense at the Twin Dragons Bridge. According to the report, there were a number of vehicles within the ranks too. Dugaway has been hiring the Nova Negers throughout this war. They were behind the attack on Emir too. That explains things. Raising towns like this is one of their specialties. If that's Odar supporting them too, this couldn't have ended any other way. We left on the scene as fast as we could and managed to fight them off while evacuating townsfolk, but they had already retreated towards Barrier Hard and formed a defensive line by the time the 4th Division arrived. The townsfolk rarely accepted us after the British army was forced to retreat from the Twin Dragons Bridge. It's clear this was intended to punish them for that as an example to the others. Even then, though, there's just no excuse for this. This reminds me of what Rufus and Rita said, actually.
機甲兵という存在が戦場に登場した意味は絶大だ。火力と装甲は主力戦車に劣るものの、それを補えるだけの機動力と汎用性。そして、それ以上に重要なのは、人々に与える心理的なインパクトだろう。
我々が人である以上、人型の巨大な何かには惹かれ、あるいは恐れずにはいられない。
Rufus said that? Rita. The furious attackers instilled in townsfolk seems to be a testament to those words. Thanks to the soldiers, it's safe to say they succeeded in their aim. The move the RMP had somewhat powerless before them, especially since we couldn't prevent that fatality. Figuring the one fatality would be the market manager of all people. Regardless, we plan to strengthen our defenses here while preparing for countermeasures against Barrier Hut. Advise her to keep a distance from Kerlik for a while. Do engrave this horrid sight into your minds, however. This is no mere minor conflict. It's an all-out war. Never forget that. Justice, etc. Should focus on making our way around town for now. Let's head back then. Oh wait, east exit. Nicht west exit. We got a decent grasp on the situation in Kerlik now. Should we head back? Green. Where's my family? They're ourselves, right? Becky, Hugo. We told you to wait on board, didn't we? Sorry, but she insisted. You expect me to sit back knowing what's happened to my home? My family's safe, right? What about the market manager? Family's alright. We saw them at the church. Can't say anything the same for the market manager, though. Having enough, huh? Wait. I've got her in. I'll make sure she returns to Courageous. Thanks. We'll make our way back first then. We have a lot to discuss regarding where to proceed from here. Indeed. After leaving Kerlik in the Imperial Army's hands, they all went back to the Courageous. Processing both Otto's death and the state of Kerlik proved to be difficult, but they had to face it. It was only after Becky and Hugo had returned that they decided to take off.
Shikashi, いよいよ四川駅の再現のようになってきましたね。250年前も今回のような焼き討ちが各地で行われたと言われていますが。
Bisher, hoffentlich, war es bisher nur ein Dorf. Wenn es noch mehrere werden sollte, bitte nicht. Really? Does that have been the case? Yes. Although the situation back then is very different compared to now. True enough, this war's been relatively bloodless in comparison, so something like this happening is a big deal. Still, in the long term, this is bound to hurt the Alliance's course more than it will help, so I'm finding it so hard to picture that Rufus would give it a go-ahead to do it. I think it's safe to say it was just Du Gabriel doing his own thing. Again. He really seems to hate how Du Cayenne's higher in the practice and in the alliance.
悪いが俺はここで抜けさせてもらう。艦長代理、どこか適当な場所で降ろしてくれ。
What? You can't be serious. You're not... You're trading off trying to settle things with your father alone, are you? Ah, I can't believe you could even attain the fort. You should take a deep breath and calm down before you do something you regret, Jesus. How dare you? Don't act like you know the first thing about what I'm feeling right now. As a member of the Aburea family, I have a duty to stop my father. You have no right to... You have every right to interfere, chooses. This is clearly too much for one person to handle alone. Marcus is right. We need to calm down and we need to think this over together. Yeah, this isn't like you at all. As your classmates and friends, it's not hard to imagine how terrible you must be feeling right now. But exactly why we want to help you, and I believe we can. We should discuss how to approach this matter together. That's the guys I wanna know. Still, this isn't a matter to be taken lightly. Your actions could have a profound effect on the world from here on out. You're going to get yourself involved, you're going to need to be prepared for what the potential consequences. I'm sure you guys know how to deal at this point. Know the deal at this point, right? If we understand what you're saying, so far we have tried to keep our interference with the war itself to a minimum. However, what just happened in Krieg was an act of terrorism against innocent civilians. We can't turn a blind eye into that. Alright. We all agree on it there. The argument did a lot for us, both during our field studies and even when we were laying low after the war broke out. I have the same opinion. He may be head of one of the four great houses, but the Imperial family can still make him answer for his crimes. So please, use my position and the ship power necessary to bring him to justice. Thank you, Your Highness. But I think it's time we come up with a solid plan. We can't allow Du Gabriel to do anything so inhuman ever again. Thank you. Is there a call coming through? Is it coming from? Bear with me a moment. This can't be right. It's coming from an airship owned by the Noble Alliance. How can that be? Must have sneaked into the range. True to Thor, I think I can shake them off if I try. No, put a call up on the screen.
トールズ士官学院の諸君、そして親愛なる我が弟よ。公女殿下におかれましてはパンタグリュエル以来ですね。
Rufus? Goodness. Why are you calling us?
突然の連絡、失礼する。別に攻撃を加えたりするつもりはないから安心してくれたまえ。少々伝えたいことがあってね。こうして専用艦から極秘裏に連絡を取らせてもらった。
What could you possibly have to tell us? Does it concern Krieg by any chance?
ああ、君たちもすでに目の当たりにしたのだろう。こたびの件は父の独断であって、貴族連合は何ら関知していない。当方は一切介入しないから、好きなように対処するといい。
Huh? Oh, I get it. You want us to take him out, don't you? Sure
すでに
not.
黒い占領法軍の主力は私の指揮下にいてね。今回ことを起こしたのは父が独自に動かしているバリアハート方面の残留軍だ。彼らは今父と共にオーロックス砦にこもっている。うまく正規軍と協力できれば抑えることができるはずだ。
This is insane. You're not as well trained as the ones who are serving you, so you don't mind losing them, do you? And rest out how cold-heartedly, objectively you can be, Mr. Chief of Staff. Bet you would love it if you end up killing each other, so you'd have nothing to worry about, huh?
さすがにそこまで悪辣なことは考えていないさ。ただ今回の件は貴族連合の将来を考えればデメリットの方が大きい。かといって立場上私も動くことができなくてね。だからこそ君たちにこうして働きかけてみることにしたのさ。
Huh.
伝えるべきことは伝えた。ユーシス、アルバレアの名を持つ者としてそなたがどう行動するかしかと見届けさせてもらうとしよう。それではこれで失礼する。今回に限ってはあくまで士官学院の理事として健闘を祈らせてもらうよ。
Ja, das ist ja offensichtlich, aber einfach, dass wir uns darum kümmern, damit er sich nicht die Finger schmutzig machen muss. Nothing like using other people to do your dirty work. Genau das. It remains a real possibility that this is a trap. Still, now we know the Alliance wants something done about Duke Barrier as much as we do. This could be the best chance we are ever going to get to stop him from wreaking more havoc.
これ以上父に愚行を繰り返させるわけにはいかない。父、アルバレア公を拘束する。どうか協力してもらえないか。
Do you even need to ask? Of course we will. With you every step of the way. With that, they finally began preparations to apprehend Duke Alborea. Duke Alborea's actions against Celtic were believed to be in violation of a number of imperial laws. With the fact as justification, Class 7 chose to call upon the aid of the 4th Armor Division and RMP to formally place him under arrest. In the end, they set upon the following plan. First, the 4th Armor Division would attack Valgarhard's northern line of defense. Meanwhile, the RMP would attack the city's southern line of defense, forcing them to call for reinforcements from Oryx's fort. This would give Class 7 the opportunity to attack the fortress using creatures with relatively limited opposition. And once the fortress was under their control, they were to arrest Duke Alborea, effectively completing the mission. Und es ist ein Field-Test für unser upgradedes Schwert. With all of this was being finalized, the remaining touches were put on Valimar's reinforced sword. The operation proved to be an opportune time to test it and collect much needed data. Alright. The next day, the time came for the operation to begin. Well, the time's finally come. Is everyone ready to go? Of course. Kanal chooses down. This is our chance to avenge Otto's death too. Appreciate it. Let's try and focus your force on the operation for now. We can worry about other things later. We'll be right there with you. Looks like everyone's all fired up and ready to go. So we have our first chance to test Valimar's newly fortified weapon too. How did it turn out? Great, actually. Like Laura said, today's operation makes it a perfect chance to test it out in battle. I hope so. It'll be a good way to iron out the kings anyway. The more data I have, the better off you'll be when it comes to making the Tachi. Guys, the 4th Armor Division in the area militaries are almost ready to make the move. Let me know as soon as you're ready. The sooner the better. I'm with you. It doesn't sit right with me to have you going up against high-ranking Eagles alone. There's no reason to let your guard down. Make sure you have everything you need. No problem. So, Juices und Sarah sind immer noch gelockt. Das heißt, wir gehen einmal und wir können sogar LA wieder mitnehmen. Tun wir das auch. Confirm. Dann können wir wieder eine Operation commencen. Dann bitte wieder die Tactics ordentlich belasten. So. Dann, bevor wir losgehen, haben wir noch 3 Character Notes, die wir uns noch abholen können. Eine ist von der die oben chillt. With the 4-hour mission, our tanks are in position. The RMP has also reached point B and commenced surveillance of the barrier's southern entrance. Acknowledged, please continue to stand by. Barring any sudden changes, the operation should begin at a scheduled time. Acknowledged. Waiting on your signal. She's a military like that must be really stressful. I'm glad to see she's holding up okay. Notebook updated. Dann haben wir Logins. Die hat sich gerade hier kaputt kloppt. Nicht? Son of a bitch. Can't believe he even tried to pull this shit. I don't give a rat's ass of how great his house is. Nobody sets fire to the town of innocent people and gets away with it. You guys are the best chance. We've got to make the best pay for this. Do not screw this up. Alright. Das ist klar und deutlich. Und dann... Computer. Da. Fidelio. Stefan. Kind of an odd question, but you wouldn't happen to need any of our folder resolution, would you? I bought more than I needed before I boarded, so if you need some, by all means let me know. I made sure to take some pictures of the chaos in Celtic. It hurts to take every single one, but there's no way I could let this horror go by undocumented. Nobody can prevent other tragedies like this by exposing the truth to the public. Sehr gute Arbeit, Fidelio. Sehr gute Arbeit. Gut. So, und dann ready to start the operation. Es gibt nichts groß anderes zu tun. Let's go. I've always known that we're in the middle of a real war, but until now I didn't understand what kind of pain and sacrifice it truly entailed. Same here. Part of me still trying to convince myself that something that is so unjust couldn't really have happened. But what's done is done. Can't turn back time, but we can and will stop the Duke from doing anything like that ever again. It's alright. Sure of that, at least. Commencing operation. You guys ready to go? Your equipment is in perfect order, right? And Valimar's already to go? Yep. Commence the operation.